Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the 8th anniversary campaign and running through all the details that you need to know about the 8th anniversary campaign, the events, how many stones you can get, and pretty much everything you need to know. So hopefully at the end of this video you'll have a good idea of what to expect throughout the first part of the 8th anniversary, although of course you guys can always look at any of my other videos where I tackle things in more detail, like how to get these 77 summon tickets. Now, in terms of, the 8th anniversary itself, it's a fairly, simple, as in very, very, very crazy time. And there's plenty of things to get, to earn, and if you need help, my channel's here. If you want, hype summons and all that, I don't do those until much later, so good luck. But let's cover what you can get. So login bonuses, 77 stones on the first day, which is awesome. 3 stones per day throughout the duration of the event, which means 105 stones in total for the login days and 77 for the initial login, giving us a pretty hefty 182. Not to mention you get a crap ton of other rewards by logging in. So it's a great time to just make sure that you're consistently logging in. Even if you can't manage to play Dokkan during that day, try your best to log in, get yourself, some success, just complete the daily missions, and those stones will, rack up quite quickly. They can build up, quite smoothly, quite quickly. So don't be scared to, invest some time in making sure that you can, partake in the anniversary. Then of course, after the login bonus, we also have the missions. Now the missions don't drop a ton of stones. They don't drop like a huge amount of stones for part 1, but the missions are integral to getting a lot of the other good rewards. Things like, for example, the tons of thanks tickets, the 77 summon tickets, the currency, the various rewards that you can get. It's like a fairly straightforward mission set. They don't usually make these missions very difficult. A lot of the time it's, partake in the 8th anniversary events. So there's definitely an incentive towards partaking in this event. However, what I would say to most players is, obviously always just consider, making sure that you sometimes check your missions, because things like Z awakening units, things like equipping skill orbs sometimes gets lost in the woodwork and players forget to do them. Now you don't get a lot of stones from this, but you do get tons of great other resources, which I'm sure plenty players will want to use. So make sure that you do these missions. You also get the anniversary Goku, and like I said, it's your big source of those nice summon tickets that they give out during the anniversary. So if you're not doing the missions, you are kind of a little bit going to fall behind in terms of the overall rewards, because a lot of the rewards that aren't dragon stones are the summon tickets. Now 4 stones for part 1 seems a bit cheap, but there's plenty of other ways to earn stones, so this isn't the biggest issue, although I will say they could have added like another 10 on here, but there's plenty of stones to get elsewhere, so it's not really a massive train smash. Now, obviously, there is the Int Goku. You can get him, and very similar to the other anniversary units that we've got throughout the years. He's just a fun little unit that players get on initial login. He's actually going to be pretty useful for newer players. Then we have the Everyone's Energy special missions and special campaign. So this is the co-op joint campaign that we are running for the beginning of this anniversary. So basically people will be able to fill up Goku's energy for his Spirit Bomb. The more energy we fill up his Spirit Bomb with, the better the rewards we can get. As a community, we usually hit these goals, and we're looking at 50 Dragon Stones for completing these missions. So pretty simple stuff, pretty good stuff, I would say. Tons of great rewards as always, and 50 stones is, like a pretty sizable campaign reward, I would say. So it's pretty good. Also relatively straightforward. You'll do this passively as you play the game, so no need to think too hard about it. You can also spend the energy you get as one of the currencies for the anniversary. I'll do a bit more of an in-depth guide on maybe what to buy or how to get this energy if I think it's necessary. But most importantly is the fact that you can get it and you can use it, so it is helpful in that sense. Now we take a look at the actual anniversary and the actual missions that players can complete for the anniversary, well, the actual events players can complete for the anniversary. And there's plenty that they've popped up with. A lot of players will get through a lot of it, especially if you go hard on the first day. There is quite a bit that you will get through, but that is also okay. You know, it's fine to burst your way through the content. There's plenty of events to try out your units on. You will be Dokkan awakening new units. There's plenty of stuff to do. Obviously, we have 2 new Dokkan events for the 2 new LRs, which I'm sure everyone is well aware of. And then, of course, we also have, you know, like some of the story events that have come out, 3 new ones. There's a support memory, 2 new free-to-play units, and one of them, I believe, will Dokkan awaken into an LR. So that's pretty good stuff. These 3 events are a couple stones each, I think 9, 9, and 11, which is pretty good. We have a new growth event for some skill orbs for the Power of Wish category, which is great. Obviously helps out the Power of Wishes category, and for those of you who are summoning on the new units, just gives a little bit more of a incentive, which is always great. Then we also have a revamp to the Dokkan Speed Challenge, a new Shadow Dragons Challenge event, which is fantastic. And then of course, beyond that, nothing too crazy. Yeah, in regards to some of the other events, I think for the most part it's a fairly straightforward situation. Yeah, there's some events that will come out on Monday. There's Extreme Z battles that will come out next week. Those are great. Those will give us 72 stones. And there is obviously the Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, the Anniversary Special Edition. That one will also come out on Monday. So just pretty good stuff, I would say, overall. And yeah, just a fairly straightforward, like simple, situation. Obviously, Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash we'll cover when it comes out. We'll cover the Extreme Z battles. We'll do all of our, like support functions, and I'll do all my support videos when those events come out. But for now, there's still a decent chunk to do between the story events, the new Shadow Dragon stages, so you should have plenty to keep you going. Honestly, you shouldn't really have any major issues. I think most players, will be kept fairly busy. So obviously the new story events, a couple stages each, super simple. We'll cover each of them. Hercule drops from the one, there's a new support memory from the other, and then there is the new event that drops potentially, well, not potentially, drops a free-to-play unit that will become an LR in the Soul Reborn event. I believe it will become a Babidi into Margin Vegeta, which is pretty cool. Pretty swag little unit, pretty nice. I've seen the animations and that's pretty good. So we'll definitely be taking a look at that in some more detail and just covering what players need to do, how you can prepare for when he obviously gets his Dokkan Awakening and his LR Awakening, and just making life a little bit easier. Beyond that, there's nothing too crazy in terms of story events. There is a new special event, which is like Goku's training event. And this is pretty interesting. Obviously, I will tackle this event as well. Get a really good look at it. Just kind of give it a good go. I think it's going to be relatively simple. I think it really is just a training event. But we'll take a look at it. And obviously, 30 stones is a pretty good reward. So I think a lot of players will be quite happy with this. At least in terms of, like rewards and that. And it's fun that they're trying new events, especially if it's something that's more tutorial based, something that's just fun for newer players to do. So that could be something that's pretty rad. And beyond that, we have the new growth event, obviously with the new skill orbs. These are going to be crucial to completing your missions, so please, can we stay on top of that? Making sure that we collect the skill orbs, making sure that we equip them, especially if you are managing to summon the 2 new LR units. That's going to be pretty big stuff for you, so try to make sure that you have it all sorted out. Then of course we have the new challenge events, the new Dokkan events for the 2 new LRs and their banner units, the new Shadow Dragons event with some missions. These will be the first couple stages, and then of course they'll add more later on, so don't be alarmed, you will eventually get some new hard content. I assume this is the equivalent to the red zone from last year, so that's really cool and really awesome. There's some category challenges you can complete and just general nice stuff that you can do, which is pretty rad. We'll have a new Spirit Bomb event on Monday, and then we also have a revamp to the speed challenge, which we'll take a look at as well. So just some pretty cool stuff at the end of the day. I think for the most part, just really cool. Always a lot of fun to take on these events and just kind of give a good go. Beyond that, there's nothing else too much that's been released. More will come on Monday, so it's only a very short wait between Dokkan Awakening your units, the story events, farming the necessary items, and just doing your summons. I'm sure you'll be kept busy until you get some more content on Monday, and then on Wednesday next week, so you'll be more than covered. And of course, obviously a huge part of the actual anniversary is the summons. There's some new summon banners, and just super duper highly valuable banners. I'll discuss which banner I think is better during the anniversary. I think people enjoy those videos, although you can summon on either one. There's great value on either, so don't feel like you're obliged to only summon on one. You can summon on any of them. But between summoning, training, awakening, missions, and all that sort of stuff, you should be more than fine. But that's pretty much going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. It's always appreciated. Or if you need any more help or with something specific, you can leave me a comment, and I will, of course, get back to you guys as soon as possible, help you out, let you know what's happening, and just give you whatever tips I can. But that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye.